Hello, Margaret. You beat me here tonight. Hope you're doing good. I'm just going to wait a couple minutes to see if anybody else gets on. Last night, I forgot all about our team meeting. And during our team meeting, actually, we did a mystery card event. And here's the card that I created with the clues last night. So I used the cup of tea and mint macaron and the evening evergreen, which are both retiring. Hey, do. And tonight, I decided for my card tonight, I am again going to use a cup of tea. It's retiring. It is not in the new catalog. And speaking of which, that's the medicine alarm. I did get the new catalog. So here are all the new in colors, or not in colors, new colors that are being released. This is Bubble Bath. This light pink is Bubble Bath. Pretty. Okay, so let's get started with tonight's card. And I'm going to be creating right along with you. I have all my pieces here. We need a piece of basic white, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then we're going to have a piece of colored cardstock that is 5 1/4 by 4. And then the same color as this cardstock, we need 4 pieces that is 1 3/4 by 1 1/4. I just want to check on something. Right. And then we need a basic white 5 by 3 3/4. Also, we need one that is 2 1/4 by 1 1/4. And I think I said 1 7/8 by 1 3/8, 4 pieces. One piece at 2.5 by 1 5/8. Yours didn't come. A lot of people haven't gotten theirs yet. And then we need some designer series paper. And we need 4 at 1 3/4 by 1 1/4. Now, I did cut 5, and I'll tell you why as we get on with our card. And then going over and making my pieces today, I discovered that I did not add anything to for the inside of the card. So for the inside, I'm doing 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and then 5 1/4 by 4. Now this is polished pink. Okay. So let's start with our first piece, the 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Now I'm going to layer this up. See, what I had decided to do at first was not add any layers, and this was the inside of my card. That's what I did. But then I decided to change it up because I like my layers. So we're going to layer the 5 1/4 by 4 colored cardstock and our basic white that I can see has a little spot on it. Let's see where my eraser is. Let's see if I can use this one. I see a spot right there. It'll probably be covered up, but I don't know where that came from. So I am going to seal these two together so I do not see the glue. Now this is a nice simple card tonight. I think next week we're going to jump into a little bit of a more difficult card for this coming week. All right, so we're just layering those together. See a little piece of white sticking out. And then I can glue these together. Now, with this card, you can, depending on which way you would like your card, you can do it landscape or portrait. Okay, so that is your choice. Looking to see where my little pokey tool is so I can open this up. Here it is. This way I can go all, there we go. All right, so now the glue will work. So we're just going to glue this right to the front of the card. So I know usually the mystery card of the way people usually do it is I would let you do yours as we go along, and then I would show you my card in the end. But I figured we'll do it this way. All right, so here is our card base. Then we are going to take our 2 1/4 by 1 1/4. Is that what this is? No, it isn't. It is 2 1/2 by 1 5/8, and our basic white. And this is the piece we want to decide where we want on our card. Now I am going to turn my card portrait, and I am going to add this piece right here. And this is the piece that we're going to stamp our sentiment on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my silicone mat. And let's see, did I pull the sentiment out? I do not think so. Nope, it's right here. I am going to grab the thank you. And I think I'm going to do it in the polished pink. And I am going to put it right here in the middle. All right, so we have our thank you. And then I'm going to grab some soft succulent. And the leaf that is in this set. Just want to see. Yeah, I think I'll stamp it off, but I want to make sure I ink it up really well. And I'm going to stamp off, and then I am going to stamp it right across the front. Just like that. So it's not so, there's not so much white on it. All right. Now we're going to take this and we're going to adhere it to our little pink rectangle. I'm going to center it up. It's not completely centered, but that's okay. And then I'm going to grab some dimensionals. I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back, but we are not going to attach it yet. We're just going to decide where we're going to put it. Now let's grab our 4 little squares and our designer series paper. Okay, I did an extra one because I am going to put mine this way, and I had cut one out and the lines were in the wrong direction. So I cut an additional one so my little polka dots are going in the right direction. So we're going to take these pieces and we're going to adhere them to our little pink rectangles. So if you use designer series paper that has some sort of a pattern that it matters, a directionality pattern, you're going to have to think about that when you are adding them to these little squares and then adding these squares or rectangles to the front of your card. So that's 3. And then here is number 4. Scoot that up a little bit. All right. Now, I think I'll pop these up also. So let me grab these dimensionals. These dimensionals, I think, are from one of my paper pumpkins. Yeah, the teacup is pretty. Nope, doesn't make a difference if you do it the other way. You can do it landscape. Like I said, you just have to remember to decide how you're going to lay it out. Pick your designer series paper and then just make sure that the direction is right. That's why I had to cut an extra piece. So I am going to, I don't have the paper off yet. I'm just going to lay it out. So I'll have put that one there. I just want to make sure. And then I'm going to add these pieces. Just like this. So I think what I'll do is, oh no, my battery's running low. Let me quick plug this in. All right, there we go. So I'll put these 2 on first and then add that one in the center, but I'm going to lay it out just like that. And then this one's going to come up here. All right, I'm going to lay this one down first and use this as my guide so everything is lined up. So I'm going to do this one first. Your sentiment is pretty much going to be my focal point right now. I want to make sure it is on there and straight, which I think it is. Okay, then I'm going to take this one and I want it to be about the same distance of white showing at the top. And I want it to be pretty much even with this piece. And I'm just eyeballing it, so hopefully it is pretty straight. That looks good. All right, then like I said, I'm going to do the bottom corner. And again, I want to line it up. I'm going to turn it so I can get an idea. I'm going to just hold it up a second so I can line this up. Okay. Then I'm going to take another one. I'm going to add it up on this corner here. So I want to make sure it is lined up. I'm just going to scoot it over a little bit. You see? And then I'm going to take the last piece and I'm going to center it in between these two. At least I'm going to hope. All right, so just a mishmash, right? Now, like I said, I use the teacup stamp. Now we can decorate it. I am using this stamp here. I did some leaves and I did these small little flowers. And I'll show you. So I stamped my teacup in black and white. I stamped my leaves in old olive. And then I stamped and die cut my flowers in polished pink. All right, so let's pull the card back in. And I'm actually going to add this with dimensionals. And I think I'll put it right about here. So let's add some dimensionals. I'll put one here at the bottom. Now I want to make sure that I can tuck my leaves in. So I'm just going to add these dimensionals just down a little bit. I want to catch that rectangle, but I want to be able to stick those leaves in. So like I said, I'm going to add my teacup right about here. Make sure it's straight. Okay. Let's add some glue. I'm going to tuck it under. It was so fun. We were watching, we watched YouTube, and we were watching 60s bubblegum music. It was so much fun. I remembered so many of the songs. Okay. So we're just sticking the, hi Sheila. Yeah, black and white. Yeah, that's awesome. But I wanted my teacup to be a focal point too. All right, so now I'm just going to add my flowers. I'm just adding it with glue. Just like that. And then I'm going to grab some champagne rhinestones. I'm going to add them to the center of my flowers. They're not dry yet, so I've got to be careful. Oops. And then I think, let's see if I have enough. I do. Some polished pink ribbon. Yeah, so we were listening to 60s bubblegum music. It was just so much fun. I remember, I don't even know how old I was, but Bobby Sherman, he was, like the pop idol when I was growing up, and he was my favorite for sure. So funny. 100 years ago for sure. All right, so let's grab a glue dot. I'm going to actually put it, let's see, where do I want my ribbon? Do I want it here or here? I think we'll put it right about here. So I just want to cut my tails and add my ribbon. Puff it up a little bit. And then we have a really quick and easy. Oh, not basic white. Okay. I thought you meant black and white. So it's a quick and easy little card. So let's grab that inside. Let's see, what can we do with the inside? I think I'm going to use that leaf again. And I use Old Olive, I believe. I did. But we're going to use the soft sea foam. Soft succulent, sorry. And we'll just add one here. And I'll add one here. Grab the base. Just have a little something on the inside so it's not completely naked. We'll put it this way. And there we go. Let's just make that, fluff that up a little bit. All right. So there we go. Just a quick and easy, who would have thunk it, right? So like I said, if I did not show you or go right through it with you, you could have put your squares anywhere. So I hope you like tonight's card. Just really quick and easy with polished pink, old olive, and soft succulent. So post your cards by Friday, and I will pick a random winner for participating. So what is today? Today is Tuesday. I will see everybody on Thursday night. I'll have this on my blog tomorrow with all the clues and the first clue and the rest of the clues. All right. Thanks, Sheila. Thanks for joining. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.